So I have some friends who like consistently just kind of give me feedback on something that they see that I'm working on, and that's what you need to have around you. A friend of mine gave me some feedback, and the feedback was on the fact that I'm doing this whole YouTube thing, and to not just like throw a ton of content out there and burn myself out, right? So, and there's other layers to the feedback that was really valuable. So in this video, I want to talk for a moment about burnout, right? And what it is, not the psychological part, but the very fundamental part of burnout, right? So I was thinking about it, like what burnout is and how I can correlate that with something that people primarily understand. And I thought of a car. I like to create a lot of parallels with cars because I think people understand cars for the most part. When you're burning out on a car, right? Like let's say you're burning out on a car, like you're looking to burn out the tires. What you're doing is you're turning the hell out of these tires, but the car's not going anywhere. So because there's so much friction, you're burning out. You're burning out the tires, right? But let's think about what this is. You're turning these wheels. The car has the intent to move somewhere, but it's not moving, right? Something's holding it there. When I think of burnout, I'm thinking of, well, I'm doing something a lot with the intent to go somewhere. Now, what if I were to change the intent? If I were to change the intent and I were to say, you know what? What if I don't what if I don't want to go anywhere? What if there's not like an endpoint or a goal? Will I fundamentally get burned out? Do you get burnt out of brushing your teeth? Do you get burnt out from eating food? Do you get burnt out from taking a shower? No. You don't get burnt out from doing those things. So the activity of doing isn't what really causes people to burn out. Habits don't essentially cause people to burn out. It's the intent to get somewhere and you're not getting there fast enough that burns you out. So what if you were to change the intent? What if you were to say, you know what? Instead of me having the goal of having, 5,000 followers and subscribers and making this amount of money and what if I just erase all of the intent, erase all of the goals, and I just make it so that like I'm really just talking to a camera. I'm really just expressing myself to a camera. And sorry for me clearing my throat. I don't know why. My voice still isn't 100% back. Whatever. But like if I change the intent, then I shouldn't get burnt out. And even if I do, like let's say I do slow down or I stop doing YouTube, right? I stopped recording videos. It wouldn't be because I burnt out, right? Like it wouldn't be because I burnt out. It would be because I literally just chose to not to not do it anymore. Like people just don't. The definition of burnout is when, again, you have this point B that you want to get to. You're at point A. You're turning your wheels, but you're not moving. You're not moving. So there are a few other ways to handle this. One way is to erase this goalpost. Erase this goalpost. This is gone. Now you're not burning out. Like you're just doing. Again, you don't get burnt out from brushing your teeth. The other thing that you can do to avoid quote unquote burnout is to move the goalpost closer. So that if you're turning your wheels, even if it's turning really fast and you're moving really slow, you at least hit something. You at least hit something, Going into this season, I've been having discussions with some folks who are launching their businesses, and I'm all for grandiose. I'm all for grandiose goals. All for it. All for it. But when you make these goals that are so big, and I'm all for working hard too, right? But when you make these goals that are so big, when or if certain things deviate from your ability to get there, like it makes goals that much harder to achieve versus like more short-term goals that enable you to at least acknowledge these quick wins. The other day I was looking at my YouTube, and I was like, damn, I am not hitting 200. Like, what is with me in this 200 mark, right? So I was like, nah. Let me hop on Facebook and let me ask 7 people. I said, hey, I need 7 people to do me a favor. Huge favor. I would love for you to subscribe to my channel. Just 7 people. Now, here's the cool part about this is over 60 some odd people subscribe to my channel because of that post, right? So that's dope. Thank you guys for subscribing, right? My goal, though, was 7, right? Like, notice my goal was 7. I was speaking with I was talking to a client the other day, and I was like, what's your goal revenue wise? You're just starting out. You're just starting to do creative work. What's your aspiration? And I was like, oh my God, I really want to do 10,000 a month. And I was like, okay, all right, very achievable, yes. But what could 1,000 a month get you? And I asked this seriously. What could 1,000 a month get you? And they're like, oh, if it was 1,000 a month, that's half my mortgage. If it's 1,000 a month, I could definitely get a new car. The 1,000 a month, that pays a lot actually. And I'm like, can we make that the goal of this? Can we make $1,000 the goal for right now? Like, why do you have to see your 10,000? What are you even gonna do with $10,000 extra on top of what you're making now? And mind you, yes, there are things you can find to do, right? And to spend $10,000 on. Yes, I get it. But let's make the goal 1, okay? And it's funny because since we made the goal 1, the responses around what would be needed to achieve that, it was way more practical. It was like, man, so I only need 2 people to purchase my $500 offering every month. 2. And now it became like, oh yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. The excitement level escalated primarily because things were that much within grasp. Again, I'm bringing all this up because of the perception of burnout, what burnout is, and I like to correlate a lot of stuff with cars. If you're not moving, you're turning your wheels, you're gonna get burnt out. If there's something that you feel you have to do to sustain, that's another way to burn out. There's something that you have to do in order to sustain, and you don't want to do that thing, then you're gonna get burnt out. So, do what you want to do, first of all, but make sure that you don't set too many distant goals that it causes you to burn out. All right? Peace.